Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Today, this video is going to be a little bit more serious, but it still has the intention of uplifting you. So, I know that there's many of you out there who are experiencing loss of loved ones in your life, whether they be, someone who passed away, an end of a relationship, people in your life, family members who may have moved or anything. Okay, people who are exiting your life, or you are consciously choosing to, take people out of your life, and this can be really heavy on the heart. This is something that all of us experience at some point in our life, and I myself have experienced this. And I wish I would have known these tips that I have for you guys when today, for when I was going through my purge. I went through a time in my life, in the recent past, that I just kind of purged and got rid of anybody in my life that I felt wasn't, didn't have the best intentions for me, or wasn't very supportive and loving, in the ways that I wish to reflect onto others. So first and foremost, whether somebody, dies in your life, or somebody moves away, or somebody chooses to walk out of your life, or especially if you're choosing to have this person leave your life, it is for a reason, okay? It's definitely for a reason. And I know that that's easy for me to say and harder for you guys to really accept right now, especially when your heart is so heavy. But just know, even if you look back onto this video later on, just know it's meant to teach you something. And there's always something that you can learn from the end of a relationship cycle. And so, what many of us like to do in these situations is, when we're feeling this heavy heart and we're feeling this grievance, we like to just surround ourselves with just anybody, okay? Now, I'm not saying to completely isolate yourself, but make sure every day you are getting time to yourself. Okay, not only is that important, anyways, whether you're going through a hard time or not in your life, it's especially important at this time in your life, because we need to go through the reflection periods where we are reflecting on what has just taken place in our lives. Okay, so we can reflect on our feelings and just really take a good look at our life, what we want, okay, and how we feel. A lot of us want to distract ourselves from this, and we use multiple things to do that. We use technology, we use other people, we use drama, we use music, all different types of things to distract ourselves from really taking a look within. But this is the first step to healing, and reflecting is really, really vital for our you know our growth here. Okay. Now, number two, I wish that I would have known it was okay to cry. Actually, it's very important that we cry, because when we can finally understand that grievance is meant to just move through us, and we are here to experience all types of things, all of the whole palette of you know colors on the human emotion scale or whatever. We are meant to experience it. So I wish I would have known this, because for a really long time in my life, and even now I catch myself doing it, I would just hold in my emotions and just completely bottle it. And then after about a month, or, at first it was like 6 months, and then it started getting shorter and shorter to where I would just explode. Okay. And then I would wonder what was wrong with me. But thankfully, I've had several teachers since then, in all different forms, show me that it is actually very vital for us to cry and express that emotion, to allow that out. Otherwise, we're going to feel all blocked. We're going to feel anxiety. We're going to feel stress. We're going to feel all of this just kind of building up within us. Okay. Now, I know we have been taught that it's showing weakness, especially men. We have been taught, you have been taught that it's weak to cry. It's, childish or, babyish. But really it is the most, the healthiest thing that you could do for yourself is to cry when you feel the need to cry. And if you are at the point in your life where you feel so numb that you can't really cry and that it's hard for you to cry, that is especially a sign that you need to go within, be alone for an hour or several hours during each day and, reflect and cry. Get out that emotion. If you need to go outside into nature and scream, if you need to, scream into your pillow, whatever you need to do it. And that brings me to another tip. And this will be my final tip for this video. And that is to be in nature. And actually, I also do really want to clarify that when you're ready to be around other people, do not, and I repeat, do not surround yourself with the people who are feeding off of drama, who like to see you down, who like to talk about your problems, or just kind of, highlight them so that they can feel better about themselves. Do not do that because those people are energetic beings. And when you are surrounding yourself with those types of energies, you are consuming that energy in some way and therefore projecting that, putting it out. So you don't, that's kind of like going backwards, okay? You don't want to do that. And I wish I would have known this too, because there's even people who are still in my life to this day who are very drama centered and oriented. And so I find that they bring out that part of me. Not blaming them, I take full responsibility, but it's true. We have to be aware of the people that we're surrounding ourselves with. So, back to the nature piece. It is really important at this time in your life, especially if you're, dealing with the loss of a loved one, somebody who passed away, an end of a relationship, anything like that. If especially in these times, you should be going out into nature, whether that's for like hikes, whether that's just sitting in your backyard in the, if you have a nice backyard, if you have, anywhere that you can go out into nature and be under the trees or, just in the fresh air, listening to the birds, listening, taking it all in with a clear mind. And the reason why is because nature is our natural habitat. Okay? So, not only are you going through this really stressful thing in your life right now, but you also, without even realizing it, haven't been in your natural habitat. And what happens to any animal, any living being when you take it out of its natural habitat? They kind of lose their minds, okay? Even animals have shown PTSD, anxiety disorder, all different types of things where they peck out their feathers if they're birds, if they sway back and forth, if they're elephants or other large animals, and they do all types of things, okay? We have our own things, okay? So that's another reason why it's really good to reflect, another reason why it's really good to be alone and to be in nature so that you can once again become aware of these things and see your own little patterns so that they don't get all built up and then explode. Okay? I hope you all found this video very, inspiring, informational. If you have any more questions, if you need someone to talk to, feel free to message me. I love you all, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this.